Today, our special guest will be Bianca, and Bianca will share her perspective on therapy. Enjoy. So, let us take a quick vacation. Ooh, where shall we go? Let's go to Fiji, right? And as we're going to Fiji, I want us to imagine, right? As you are imagining, imagine you packing your bags just for a quick getaway, right? Got all the essentials in it, right? As the essentials, you have a car that comes up and pick you up, and as the car picks you up, it takes you to the airport, and as it takes you to the airport, no lines, you just board the plane, and once you board the plane, right, have nice, comfortable seating, nice mate next to you, right? And with that, the plane lands, you're in Fiji. Ooh, you feel the heat as soon as you get off the plane, as you're walking through the building, right? You can pick up your luggage, and then you have a car waiting with a sign, Bianca, I'm here for you. Car picks you up, you drive to the hotel. Beautiful scenery as you're entering the building. You see a waterfall, you see flowers, you see plants, bright, vibrant colors. Ooh. As you're just breathing in and out, you go to the desk, you check in, you have someone take your luggage up to your room, and as you just mindfully walk and just observe the facility, the flowers, the birds, the water, the colors. And then you go in your room, you see this king-size bed. Oh, that's the first thing, right? You just lay across the bed. Just lay on your back with your hands up, looking up, with gratitude. You take time, unwind, undress, redress, and you walk on down. I see a beautiful waterfall, and you walk to the waterfall. The water is nice and cool. It's not cold, it's not hot, it's just perfect. Take your sandals off, and as you take your sandals off, you're just stepping in the water, stepping into the waterfall. And as you're stepping, you hear the birds, you see the trees, you see the vibrant colors of the plants. And you're just noticing what the water feels every step that you take as you walk closer and closer to the waterfall. And you decide to let me just walk in and let the waterfall wash you from your head all the way down to your toes into the earth. It's just washing your neck, your hair, your arms, your legs, your feet. Feeling nice and soothing and calm and relaxed. With the water, with one with nature. As the birds chirp, the trees blow softly with the wind. The water's feeling nice and cool and relaxed. Sitting with gratitude to experience it, to feel it, to let it wash your hair, your neck, your shoulders, your back, all the way down to your feet into the earth, giving you revived energy, giving you strength. Just being and listening to the birds and seeing the vibrant colors, being one in the moment as you're just gently breathing in Let it just wash you, energize you, sending peace and strength and harmony as it flows all the way down into the earth. You see the stones, the rocks, and you just turn around and put back on your sandals and wrap yourself in your towel and just walk back up to your room, being one, being light as you're walking, full of energy but having peace. And you enter and you undress and redress and just lay across the bed with gratitude. Enjoying every minute, peace, harmony, calmness. And then we pack our bags back up, check out at the hotel, and have a sign waiting for you. Bianca, get in the vehicle, we drive to the airport. No waiting, just smooth sailing all the way through. On the plane, have a nice flight back. Then you have a car waiting with the sign, picking you up, taking you back home with ease, no pressure, no stress. As we return, just nicely breathing in and out and feeling calm, cool, collective, no stress, no pressure, just peace, harmony, and flow. Take a nice deep breath in and hold it and exhale. Another deep breath in and hold it and exhale. And just be savoring the moment with gratitude. When you're ready, you can open your eyes.
That was nice. And I thought about getting back home to the crib. That was very relaxing.
I'm glad it was. So, tell me, how has your experience been in therapy?
Okay, so my experience has been great.
Okay, do share.
So certain things like that I've pointed out in regards to, I'm so nervous about therapy. It's just like being able to reflect on certain things, like having those aha moments. Because at first, like when we first started, I was kind of like all over the place with all of these thoughts, and it's like even if you are right about certain things, it's just the way how you handle them, and not being in control. Which was a big one. Okay. And also to just understand that you have 24 hours in this day, so what can you do today? And not be so hard on myself.
And so how have you learned not to be so hard on yourself? What works? What have worked for you to say, hey?
Giving myself grace.
Hey.
That's the big one.
Okay.
Giving myself grace and just understanding, like, once again, like you only have 24 hours in this day. And with the tools that you have, what can you do with them? And every day is not going to be a great day, or there may be some things like, you know what, hey, like just learning more of my triggers. That was a big one.
Okay.
Understanding my triggers and understanding I don't have to react. I can give myself the time or space to say, you know what, right now I don't have an answer, or right now it's not a good time for me to respond, because I was quick to respond in the beginning. So yeah, I would say give myself grace.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about what was it like looking for a therapist? What was that like for you?
Okay, so for me, looking for a therapist, I wanted one, but like looking through my insurance and stuff, I couldn't really find like a therapist that matched my values.
Okay.
And I remember getting on Instagram it's this therapist, his name is called Therapy Jeff. And then I put in my zip code and the state that I lived in, and you came up, and I was going through like different therapists in their bios and stuff like that, and I came across yours, and I read it and I said, she fits everything that I'm looking for, especially too, just like with like the spiritual values and stuff like that. And then when I called you, and I was kind of like in like a panic situation at that point, and I was so ready to get off the phone with you, and you were just like very patient with me. Do you remember that?
Do talk, do share.
Yeah, like, okay, so I was going through something at the time after having my son, so I was still like in that postpartum stage, because I think he was like 3 or 4 months at that time.
Okay.
And like I was researching on Instagram, and I put your information in, and then I looked up your bio, and I was like, this is somebody who I would want, like she literally fits every single qualification I'm looking for. And then I called you, and then you were just talking to me for a little bit, and I remember you saying to me, you know what, I don't take your insurance, but God is telling me to help you. And I was just like, what? Because I was ready to get off the phone with you. Like I was ready to go. I'm like, she can't help me, like my insurance doesn't work, like, and you were just so patient and kind with me. Like I remember that. Yeah, that was huge. Yeah. Do you remember that?
I do. Yes,
Like,
ma'am.
yeah, I was, and it's like now, like looking back, because I kind of like reminisce on this from time to time. Like now that I'm not in that state of mind, like I look back at myself and it's like, Jesus Christ, like she knew something was going on with me. Like you could feel it, because I was talking like really fast and just like in like a panic state. And I was like, okay, well, you know, thank you. Like, thank you for trying. And you were just like, no. You was like, one second. And then you just kind of like waited for a little bit. And you was like, you know what? You was like, God told me to help you. And I was just like, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know how long I was going to be talking to you, how long you were going to be working with me, like giving me resources to help myself. But I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
Good. So I'm glad it worked out, right?
Yes.
I'm glad that I'm looking at that as a sense of timing, right? It was just timing that just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
With that, right? What are some specific, maybe some strategies or some tools that you continue to use today that has helped?
So like just definitely based off like the book that you gave me to read, the books that you have given me to read, and then also to just like kind of reading about like my personality and just taking things slow, like the homework that you give me, it definitely helps out a lot, just to kind of give me those aha moments and just not coming down hard on myself, because that was one of the things too that I would always be like, oh, it's me that's like this and nobody else like this. And it's like, girl, that is not true at all.
Not at all. So May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and this year's theme is More Good Days Together, right? More good days together. What does that mean?
I'm laughing because like in the beginning when we used to do our counseling sessions, like I would just come up with a gang, a list of like different things that was like going on, like this is going bad and that is going bad, and now it's the flip. So for me, what that says to me is a cup half full. So like before, like I would like now, like when me and you would have a counseling sessions, I would say, you know, everything is going good. Everything is going good right now. You know, yes, this happened. Yes, that happened. But overall, like, everything is going good. And I'm grateful. Like, having those aha moments. Like, even, like, just earlier this week, I was telling my husband, I said, as much as I do, like, the complaining and stuff, because it's like, yeah, like, sometimes I just want to break. But I said, I'm actually, like, getting everything that I've been praying for. I had just told him that. I said, we're married. We got our son. Like, we have a house. You just got a new job. Like, I'm actually getting everything that I prayed for.
That's a blessing.
Yeah. Yeah, so just kind of thinking about, like, no, it's not going to be easy, but it's just like, hey, like, where are you at now? Think about it, because you were in the total, you know, when we first met, like, it was a lot going on at that time. So, yeah.
What advice would you give someone that's starting therapy?
The advice that I actually have given people when they've asked me is, for one, try to find a therapist that goes along with your core values. So like for me, it was easy for me to just be open with you about everything, like, and even to the point where I stopped talking to other people about things that I was going on. I waited directly to speak to you in our sessions. And I know that it's because of like your spiritual faith, just like you being a woman who I could look up to. And I've told you that several times in our counseling sessions and stuff, like, just look at a person's core values, and when I read your bio, I knew what I said. Yeah, she's the one. Like, I don't want to look for nobody else. I don't want to talk to anybody else. And then it went from over the years of, okay, you know what? Auntie, I got my counselor. That's who I'm gonna talk to, or my friends. I'm gonna talk to my counselor and actually get like that real, unbiased, professional advice that I needed and help that I needed.
When I say cherish your mental health, what comes up for you? Cherish.
For me, paying attention to my triggers. That's a big one. And being able to just even identify it, because before, just certain stuff, like I didn't even realize like what would trigger me, or just the way how I react to certain things, or not reacting to it, or not handling it. Like boundaries. You know, that was a big one. That was like the big one for the first year that me and you were together, was boundaries. And just understanding like, yes, Bianca, even though you're justifiable in your feelings, but the way how you're handling it, and it's like, why did it get so big? It got so big because you lack those boundaries and you let stuff slide. And it's a way how you can set those expectations for your boundaries. So just knowing your triggers, because I feel like at times we may not even know that. We may not even, and like you may like let things slide, and it's like afterwards when you're not in that moment, it still triggers you, and you're like, why did that bother me? And it's like, it bothered you because you didn't address it at that point. And at that time, I didn't know how to effectively address certain issues. So I would keep my mouth closed, and that was just a volcano. So yeah, I'll say that learn your triggers, learning your boundaries, and how to effectively communicate, having that emotional intelligence.
So by you being in therapy, have friends or family members said you changed, something different about you? What's going on with you?
All the time.
Yeah. What's your response?
Well, now, because they know, like, I will take a mental break in a heartbeat, which was something like that my family, my friends, like even myself wasn't used to. So if I feel myself getting overwhelmed, if I feel myself just taking on too much, definitely now, which is like a great thing for me, is just understanding that if you're not gonna get everything done today. That was a big one. Like, no, you got work. You got to take care of the son, you got to take care of the household. Like, no, you're not going to have the time to talk to everybody. And also, too, not talking about certain things. Like, family members and friends, now they know, like, okay, she's not going to do the gossiping. She's not going to do the complaining. Like, they know that about me now. So, I would definitely say that, yeah, they notice that.
And is it good or bad? How would you identify?
It's good.
Okay.
I would definitely say hands down it's good for me. And it's good for our relationship too. Like with certain family members and friends, because before, okay, like I would say, like with my relationship, like that was like the big one, like complaining about like my relationship or finances, and it wasn't solution oriented. So it's like, okay, so we're just sitting here just talking about something that, for one, is actually in our control. You can't do anything about it. I need to do something about it, and vice versa. And just having like a healthy relationship, because those were trauma bonds that I was having with people. And then it's like, even in those situations, like especially if I'm in my relationship, like if I'm telling you certain things about my relationship, you don't have that emotional attachment to that person. So yeah, I would definitely say it's a great thing. And now like I would take like mental breaks for however long I need to. And certain members will be like, oh, yeah, so you just needed some time to yourself, and it's like, yeah, you already know. And I don't feel guilty about it now, because I used to before.
Definitely. You talked talked about having an aha moment, right? Do you mind sharing one example of an aha moment if it's safe and comfortable?
Oh, yeah. So for me, like, I will get fixated on a feeling, particularly like if I'm angry. And now, and now my aha moment, like okay, like for one example, my husband, he came walking in with his shoes on, and because he was bringing in his tools after he got through fixing up on the truck, and I looked down and I saw a footprint on the floor after I had just finished cleaning up the house, and I just looked and like I was so upset. And I went in the kitchen and I started washing the dishes and stuff, and I had to tell in my mind, Bianca, that's just that moment right now. Like, you don't hate this dude. Like, it is okay. And then when he came in the kitchen, because like I went off, like I was upset, and I turned around and I just looked and I said, you know what? I said, I apologize for the way how I reacted. Like, it's not even that deep. I said, but next time I would just appreciate if you just come in and after you put your tools, because I understand that they were heavy, if you can just, kind of mop and clean up after yourself. And he said, I'm sorry. And then as I was washing the dishes, I thought to myself, I said, wow, I'm not mad. Like, because usually, I will hold on like a pit bull. For real tight. Like, I would be mad months later about that. Like, yeah, but it was, and I told him, I said it felt good to just communicate and let it go, because that would have made me mad, and you know that.
Wow. What would you say has been the most impactful thing being in therapy for you?
Resources.
Okay.
Yeah. Like now, and I would say that just because I still get agitated.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, due to like the homework and resources that you have given me, like I'll still go back and I'll take a look at it. I'll still do those exercises. So because not every day is going to be a good day, and just because you're having a good season or a good day or a good week, it's like, when those days don't come, you need to know, okay, where do I go back for my resources? Because I've thought about that, like, because like at times, like if you go on vacation or something, I'm like, Dr. Collene, like, what am I going to do without you? Because every time I don't talk to you for like a week or two, then something pop off. But it's like, okay, she ain't going to be here forever, so she giving you the homework for a reason, so go back and look at it. So I would say resources, because it's always going to be there. The books that you have told me to read, the different audio book that you told me to read that one time, like that's what helps me out a lot.
That's good. Is there anything else that you might want to share that haven't been brought up?
No, I'm nervous. I love therapy, but yes, I'm nervous.
You're doing well. Just your openness, your ability just to be raw and just share what it is.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. Like I cannot stress that enough. Like, you have made me feel comfortable to just say really like what's on my heart, what's on my mind, what I'm going through, what I'm thinking, more than anybody ever that I've ever had any type of relationship communication with ever. And it's to the point now where it's like something will happen and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to talk to her. And at times, like, I would literally kind of be like, Dr. Collene, I need to talk. And then by the time we finish our session, I'm just like, even though we went over a good 30, 45 minutes, you know what? Because I'm a talker.
One more again.
No, for real. I'm like, before I let you go, because I know we went over, you like, and I know I'm your last session of the day, and it gotta be that way, because if not, the whole week gonna be messed up. But yeah, no, like you've always just made me feel so comfortable, and I hope that anybody who has counseling, they feel that way, because I have heard some people say, I don't really feel that comfortable, or my counselor isn't able to identify. There has not been one single moment where I felt like she don't get it. Like, even a look, I'd be like, Dr. Collene, why you look like that? Because you read my mind. You saying a lot without saying anything. Like, yeah, so that's what I would say.
It's been good working with you. See the growth.
Yeah.
Right, the consistency, the changes for the positive.
Yeah.
Not being so reactive, ready to just blow if something up.
No, for real.
But just to be able to say, okay, is this necessary, Bianca? Is this the right time, Bianca?
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you so much for just your willingness, your time, just to share your overall experience with therapy, right?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.